All right, now we're
Sheesh,
lit.
it is raining. Oh, we here? Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen,
sir.
welcome to episode 6 of the Actualizers. I'm here with the creative G, the walking testimonial on how walking can get you testimonials.
Ah!
That guy, he has 164 days to get 19 more clients at his current price point. It hasn't even been
Honestly,
64 days.
crazy, bro. Actually, no, it's been 64. No, it's been 64. Pretty sure. I think.
I don't think so. It hasn't been
Since the yeah, it hasn't. Well, wait. Since I started the dailies, yeah,
March
pretty sure.
15th. Not
Pretty sure.
March 15th. April.
Yeah.
Or was it?
No, it was March. No, it was March.
No,
May 15th.
yeah, yours was May. Mine was
Yeah.
March. Yeah. Oh, it
I
is
was
raining.
oh, we're this is cool over here. We're Gucci over here. It was like very light, like 2 minutes ago. Oh, hello, Jaden. Um, bro, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dog. Like joining Adonis school yesterday was so fucking sick. Like I got that post I made. I dropped a post when I actually I want to share. I want to read that post. That's a really good post. I'll just hop on there. Don't mind all this. I got so much stuff to watch. Look at all this training I gotta watch. This is all things I gotta watch so I can improve my videos and like my funnel.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's, uh, let me go. Boom. All right. Sheesh.
Big G. Dang
All right.
it. That big of a community is surreal to see that many
Yo,
people
it's
like
fucking insane, dog.
interacting.
I made 1,100. Fucking just say that. I made $1,189.64 in 9 days to rejoin Adonis School. I originally joined Adonis School back in December last year. Spent the next 3.5 months coping and not doing the work that I knew I had to do. So many limiting beliefs about myself, so much unprocessed trauma holding me back, so many internal anchors keeping me from abundance. Halfway through March, when I could no longer pay for Adonis School, Danish, who's the manager, as you can see, offered to allow me to come back on my $99 per month rate since I paid $500 up front. So basically, when I joined Adonis School, it was $500 up front and then 99 a month after that. But in January, about halfway through January or in February, Hamza pivoted to like the integrated school payments, and he was charging 129 a month, which is actually it was crazy, bro. Like Adonis School, I joined Adonis School at 850. At the end of February, which is when Hamza won the school games, Adonis School was almost at 2,000 people. Literally doubled in 2 months.
Hmm.
Fucking insane. Um, and although I appreciated, Danish's kind offer, I declined. I wanted to use the dissatisfaction of not being able to afford Adonis School to hurt. If I was going to come back, it was going to be because I made that money through business. And the $30 wouldn't make a
Sheesh.
difference. And now is, the $100 didn't make a difference. On May 15th, I started uploading daily videos at 69 subs. A couple weeks later, on June 1st, I was at 115 subs and finally launched a product that I actually believed in. I will spend most of the next 2 weeks mechanically opening school app, checking my members for new people, and closing app because no one was there. One day, a loyal sub left a comment. Drop Cash App in description. In that moment, I knew I could play it two ways. Just drop the Cash App, say thanks for the support, or be a salesman, baby. So yeah, I pitched my sub my product
Salesman.
in the comment section. Did that for my first two sales, by the way. 2 days later, as I'm going for the routine check, just mechanically opening school and then closing app because I didn't get sales, I see.
That's
Oh,
real.
Violet Flame, what the fuck? Just so hyped, bro. So crazy. I got my first sale, right? And that was June 12th. And on July 13th, I signed my seventh client. 0 to 7 clients in 58 days. Here are a few key lessons I learned the past 7 months. Number one, authenticity is everything. Number two, you need conviction to sell. Number three, charge higher prices. Authenticity is everything. Back in December, I was trying to get off this too masculine or aggressive tone. Although I can get like that, that's definitely not my default. And living out
Ooh,
of that
that's real.
inauthenticity was costing me. Your people will find you if you put yourself out there enough. Don't put on a mask because the look is working for someone else. Stop trying to be someone else. You'll never be as good as them at being them. And no one will ever be as good as you at being you. Take the mask off. Be yourself. You need conviction to sell. If you don't believe in yourself, how can someone else believe in you? If you don't have the confidence in yourself or your product, why would someone trust you to help them overcome their struggles? If you don't have conviction, you're either not skilled enough or you're being held back due to the limitations of the mind. Could be your parents' programming keeping you in a scarcity mindset, could be low self worth, could be a damaged relationship with the feminine energy. The feminine energy is all about flow and receiving. So if you have a damaged relationship with your feminine energy, you won't be making as much money as you could. Embracing my feminine and more balanced nature has brought me the best results I've ever had. Regardless of what's holding you back or limiting your mind, these things will keep you from making money if you don't tackle them. Internal anchors keep us from abundance. Let them go. Number 3, charge higher prices. My first sales were for $17. Although I love my first few clients, I can tell they're nowhere near as committed as my other 5. One who's paid $97 and the other's $197. My third sale was a guy named Gary. Gary was active for 2 weeks, then he canceled, went completely dark, and I haven't heard the guy since. Well, he only paid $17. Where's the loss? I was telling this to my client slash new business partner, Erin, yesterday when she was struggling with limiting beliefs of high prices. If we want to help people as much as possible, we have to charge high prices. Your people are coming to you with pain, and you can help them, but only if they're willing to help themselves. And people prove how willing they are to help themselves with the amount of resources they commit. The more time,
Commitment.
energy, or money, the better the results. Now my prices are $997 or $999, whatever. Stop being a pussy and charge more. Since May 15th, I went from 69 to 886 subs. If you want to talk YouTuber business, don't hesitate to DM. I got so many comments. This was actually
Sheesh.
this is the best comment I got. W comeback, bro. I feel really inspired by that post because it broke this belief that I need to be more aggressive when trying to sell. It's really not natural for me. So thanks for saving my business with this post. By the way, there are girls in Adana school, just only like 3.
Yeah, they look like they can fight too. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
Anna's
seem
probably a
a
killer, bro.
mistake.
But yeah, man, it was so cool. And then, we got the GOAT himself. So hype.
Crazy,
I
bro.
was so hyped for that.
Yo, Jaden, this has been
Oh
so
my
good to read,
gosh.
man. You should feel so proud of yourself for the success that you've been able
I
to
can't
build
hear it.
up
Dang
so
it.
far. And
Dang
also,
it. I could hear like
yo,
the
Jaden, this
whispers
has been
from your
so good to read,
earbuds.
man.
There
You
we
should feel
go.
so proud of yourself for the success that you've been able to build up so far, and also the success that you're about to keep grinding on for. So, congratulations. Thank you for writing this entire post, and I hope to see you keep posting more. And I want to see you get your next big high ticket win. Take care, brother.
So hype.
Insane.
So crazy, bro.
That's surreal.
This dude Hamza changed my life, bro. It's insane. You know what's crazy too, Jake? I actually just pivoted my offer too. That old offer I told you about, it didn't feel completely aligned with me. Now I'm still targeting spiritual entrepreneurs, but now I want to help them make their first $1,000 online. And so it's like a bit more targeted at beginners. Well, not necessarily their first, but make $1,000 online as coaches. So even if it's not your first, but that's the goal. So make your first 1K online in 30 days as a coach. That's the new offer.
Speed.
And that's the
Speed.
new offer. Or I work with you for free in 2 days. You know
Constant
what
pivoting.
I
Right.
mean? I'm on that.
Crazy. What an introduction to episode 6. Honestly, we need to have like these more formatted, in my opinion.
Definitely. Actually, you know what? I got a lesson to drop though, actually. I dropped
Let
this
me look
post
through my
just now on
archives,
spiritual entrepreneurs. I
my
mean,
vault.
this is actually I'm gonna make a video about this too after the call. It's titled Forgiveness, the Tool of the Alchemist. If Jesus had the ability to forgive his killers while they're pinning him to the cross, then you have the ability to alchemize your situation. Your only limitations are the ones you tell yourself. Don't forgive for them, forgive for you. If you want to change the world, change how you see the world. Adopt a new perspective. Turn your wounds into
Sheesh.
gifts, turn your pain into purpose, turn your lead into gold. Be an alchemist.
Ooh. Turn your lead into gold?
Yeah, that's
Holy
hermeticism.
crap. Hermeticism. Pain and a purpose led into gold. Because your wounds are your gifts. Like these holes in you, that's where your light shines through. Like, I don't know how that just rhymed,
That was heat, boy. What the hell?
but like, like imagine like a little ceramic potter, let's say, and there's missing like fragments. These are our holes. But through our life experience, our inner light, that's where our stories get to shine out and project. So, like, as I've talked about, if whatever you've dealt with, you're an expert with it. You know you. And people get caught up, they think they're alone. They're actually extremely relatable. There's many more people like you, and you have the opportunity to help those people. It's crazy.
Definitely. 100%, bro. Like,
We're experts.
I've been getting into numerology. I was actually one of the guys
Right.
in Spiritual Entrepreneurs named Chiron. He's like big into like ancient spirituality. Guy knows a lot about astrology, numerology. And we had like a 2-hour call yesterday, and he was putting me on about like mad game about like my reading. But I actually, I like, I, I was watching this podcast with Robert, of course. And he had a numerologist on named Caitlin Carehart, and I actually, I bought her book yesterday. And last night I was up from, or not last night, this morning. I was up from like 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. and I read like the first half of it. Um, and so I'm a master number 11, which means that like I'm like a master intuitive, I'm an empath, I'm a spiritual thought leader. That's literally what she says in the book, and I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. But when I was talking to Kyron yesterday, he was saying that like so basically your life path is basically it's kind of like your purpose, right? It's what you're meant here to, it's what you're here to do. And then there's something else called like your life destiny number, like your life expression, which is how you express that purpose, how you actualize that, what you actually do in the world to showcase that. And mine is the number 6. And the 6 is the nurturer, the lover. It's about the heart, it's about the feminine. And so I was like, ah, and I was when you like read the the life path number 6, what Caitlin wrote about it, she was like, you are a nurturer, and um yeah, it's like yeah, you nurture people professionally and in private, right? And I was like, oh yeah, that's
That's
literally what I
so
do.
real.
Coaching,
Your
community,
first your
family,
first beginner client practice with that one friend. It's a literal indicator of that.
literally. I mean, that's literally who I've always been, you know what I mean? And it's yeah, it was like it was so reinforcing to see that and to like understand like what like I'm supposed to be here for.
Right.
And so there's also the karmic number. So basically you get your life path number by adding up your date of birth. So mine is 12/30/2003. You add up every single digit of that and you compress it into one digit. Now, the master numbers are a bit different, right? So if you have an 11 in your birthday, like you were born on November, or you were born on the 11th or the 22nd, the master numbers are 11, 22, and 33, then you don't actually add those as like a separate number. So like let's say your birthday was November 17th, it wouldn't be 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 7. It would be 11 plus 1 plus 7. You know what I mean? So that's just how you calculate that. But
Interesting.
mine is 11. I have 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 0 plus 2, 8, and then plus 0 plus 0 plus 3, 11. So that's mine. And then the 11 is also it's basically a higher tier of 2. Because, you add 1 and 1, that gives you 2. And 2 is about duality. 2 is about the truth. It's about relationships and the master number, and it's also about the 1 though, because it's 2 ones, which is about the self mastery, right? The individual. And so I need to, when I was talking to Kyron about this, he was like, you need to basically, everything I do needs to be aligned with my value. I should not be doing something because it's someone else's value. I should be doing something for someone else because I value it. Everything has to come from me. And if I'm compromising the self, I'm compromising what I'm doing. And I was like, oh wow, that's
It's
so
part of
true.
authenticity.
And so I have to like basically like I have to understand like what is true to me and what do I benefit from this like relationship that makes me want to like continue it. You know what I mean? And I have to like honestly, I have to be like that ruthless. Um, and like seeing that is like, oh wow, this just like it completely opened, my mind. And so I learned about my life path is 11. I learned that my life expression is 6, the nurturer, builder, like communities, and then there's also something called your karmic number, right? And your karmic number are basically the lessons that life is teaching you in this lifetime. So you calculate your karmic number by seeing what numbers in your full name you don't have. So in your full name, that which is how you calculate your life expression number. There are like correlations to the numbers. You see which
Hmm.
numbers you have in your full name, and then you can calculate your karmic number by seeing which numbers are missing from your full name. So the only number I'm actually missing from my full name is the number 7. And
Interesting.
um that represents recognizing your gifts and embracing them. And when I saw that, I was like, that is literally why I've evolved over the last 6 months. Ever since I like
You
read The
overcame
Artist's
them.
Way, and I was like, I found those things that I was shutting myself off of, like my intuition, my ability to connect, my artist, my feminine, all these things. Right? Once I found like my ability, my love for nature, that kind of stuff, like once I understood these
Oh,
things and I
that's
started
real.
re-tapping back into them.
That's actually insane talking about like how much, let's say back in maybe April or December, you were walking probably not as much, like at all.
Nowhere near. I mean,
Nowhere
honestly,
near.
I've been lacking this week. I said I wanted to do 20K.
Well, it's
It was
been
too hard.
raining.
It's been hot. It was too hot. I was like, yo,
The
walking 20K
humidity's been,
steps in this
yeah.
heat is real, bro. But
Yeah.
yeah, like I definitely was nowhere near as well. Oh yeah, definitely not. Nowhere near.
It's all congruent. It isn't a mistake.
100%, bro. It's not.
We're
Like
exactly
there's
where
no
we deserve to be.
coincidences.
Mm-hmm.
It's all synchronicity, bro. Bro, I've been seeing so many synchronicities lately. And it's I read this
I
comment
love
yesterday
that word.
somewhere. I don't remember. Oh yeah, actually no, it was on I was watching a pod with Robert, of course, and it was on Hermes Trismegistus, and he had said like one of the guys had commented. I forgot who said this, but it was like you're on the path of enlightenment when you start seeing more and more synchronicities in life. And bro, I've been seeing these motherfuckers back to back to back for like the past like 4 days.
It's like a time trial race. You know about like racing games. They'll have like the little portal you have to go through, and there's like a timer mark.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
checkpoints. Checkpoints,
yeah,
baby.
yeah, 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 bro, sick.
I have something I can read. I didn't
Let's
post it
go.
anywhere, and I just cooked it one morning. So maybe I should get this shot. I'm playing around with this, man.
What we got? What we got? I do like this. I do like
Okay.
this.
The people who made it didn't have some special routine. All they did was make their homeostasis one of metamorphic momentum. That's another thing. I want to brand like the
Mm,
three M's, maintaining metamorphic momentum.
love it.
That's,
That's fire, bro. That's
yeah.
insane. Triple M, baby.
Yeah. So maintaining that homeostasis of metamorphic momentum over set amount of time, a
Mm,
consistent flow of pain by doing the work that people don't want to do, by persevering through the hard days when their mind, body tell them they don't want to. You are not your mind. You are not your body. You are a soul. You observe the experience and the feedback of the person in control, like a security guard viewing monitors. The 95% that never achieve their goals people please their body urges, they people please their mind, and give in to compromise whenever it's hard.
mm,
Do you want it? How bad do you want it? There's nothing optimal about this journey if you want it. We have to get obsessed, ladies and gentlemen, working when it's not optimal. Why does it have to be this way? It doesn't. But pain is progress. You choose your pain tolerance. The pain you decide to endure reflects how bad you want it. You're either going all in, like that post I made one time talking about how pain is progress and how I used pain and I made you reread it and to replace it with progress. Are you going to jump in the pain? That person is going to receive. Yeah, the person who jumps in the suffering, the trial by fire, and gets burned, they're going to receive more progress. Where was I? Being broke isn't optimal. Not waking up every day to choose suffering well for the people you love isn't optimal. This is the life of a man. Deny yourself so you can serve the people you love. Deny your old ways, break your chains, and leave your baggage behind so that you can make room on your shoulders for the mission. Suffer well. Don't be afraid of the suffering. Most people live a minuscule life, avoiding risk, pain, and adversity. They simply don't experience life to what it could be because they're on a lower wavelength, numbing themselves so they don't experience low lows and also high highs. When that lifestyle in itself, their highs, quote unquote highs of escapism, that high, it's a false high. And when you look on it on the scale of what is actually what our lives are meant to be, that what we think is a high is actually a low. Extract yourself from your mind and body and act based on your goals, not feelings, not pain receptors, not the resistance conjured up by your old identity trying to survive. All of this noise, we have to suffocate it with the work. Identify as the constant flow of pain because it is constant treading towards our goals.
Yeesh. Cooked.
Need to write more,
Purification
man.
process, baby.
That's good
Purification
to read
process.
out. Honestly, reading out like stuff we write is the best. Honestly,
It is, bro.
posting
It's
is
so
cool and
cool.
all, but reading it like that, I need to do more of that.
Yeah, I was when you said that, I've been saying this recently a lot. The only difference between winners and losers is that winners decided they weren't gonna lose.
Yep.
How bad do you want it?
How bad do you?
Are you
This is what
willing to start and fail and get back up
and
and
fail
start
and
and
fail
fail and
and
get back
fail.
up and start and fail and you keep doing that over and over and over again? Because the illusion of success
Holy
is
crap! I
actually
just
that
thought
they
of
just
something.
never stopped.
Right. You know how I not to assume you don't know, but I'm pretty sure you don't know, but a gasoline engine, there's a cylinder, basically like a tube, and you have the yo.
We got.
So that's actually. Can you tell I'm a mechanic nerd or something? This is a
Yeah.
piston.
Okay.
So this travels in the bore, which is the hole, up and
Okay.
down, and you have a
Right.
connecting rod, and you have a spinning connecting rod. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine you have a spinning shaft right here.
Right. Mm-hmm.
It goes up and down,
Right.
and then this spins. So you have the
Yep.
connecting rod,
Up and down.
and it's
Right.
like that,
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
basically. People don't want to crank it long enough. And actually, like, because think about it. It is the failure that, because it's a combustion engine, it goes up, you have fuel and air, it lights through the spark plug, boom, and it pushes it down. And then you crank it, and it has to come back up again. People just don't want to keep firing,
People
yo.
aren't willing. It's like Hamza literally made
They're
a
not
post about
willing.
this yesterday. It was like 3 minutes. He says, I failed more times than you've tried.
Holy crap! That is actually so profound.
Right?
I have failed more times than you have tried. I gotta write that down.
I think Stephen Bartlett, Diary of a CEO, he says outfail them all.
Yeah,
Fucking
because
profound,
that's
dog.
the progress.
That's
It
the
isn't
that's
winning.
that is the
That's
point, dude.
that that's what I mean by like maintaining metamorphic uh momentum. Constant failure, constant implementing, constant pivoting, just pushing, volume and value. That's what we're doing. Like I say that in my journal, 545 method, where I write like the 5 goals of mine. And for getting 1,000 subscribers, value, authenticity, and volume. Just simple, like little words
That's all
that are
you
going to
need.
describe that
That's
process.
all you need.
Weigh 150 pounds, training and calories. Like if you just break it down every single day and you put that in sight, because out of sight, out of mind, that's positive. If you have your phone out of sight, out of mind, it's negative when you don't have your
The
evolved
goals.
self, like, which I don't, you haven't, I'm pretty sure you didn't watch my video last night, but
Nope.
this right here, this is
Oh
a
yeah, I
new sheet
seen
of
that.
paper.
Yeah, wait, what's that say?
Pay with suffering now or get consumed by the interest of regret.
Oh my gosh.
Pay with the suffering now or get
Damn.
consumed. Go in the
That's
red. Get consumed by the interest of
oh man.
regret.
Bro, Chris Williamson likes to call this like anxiety debt or something. It's like how
Oh
much
yeah, you have
time
to
do
pay
you
it off.
lose by thinking about the thing?
Oh yeah. That's literally I can literally hear Chris Phil thinking about the thing. Like I can full on hear that and see
Bro, I
like
love
the
Chris,
yeah.
bro. It's the goat.
I haven't watched him in a minute. I need to get back on that.
Man, it's like you have to
Payment
be willing
processing.
to fucking fail. You cannot be scared of failure.
This is another thing.
Failure is just feedback. It is just feedback to iterate and to improve. That's it.
Literally. And that's so interesting. Like when it comes to, well, I don't know how long it's gonna take. How about you
So
just
what?
like you're gonna get feedback. You're just wasting the time and the opportunity to improve to get to that point you would think you would have to be at in the first place.
Wait. So they're saying I don't know how long it's gonna take, right? So they're
How long
prolonging
is it
how
gonna
long they
take? Is
take
it gonna
until it
take
starts, which is only pushing the deadline further back. What are you talking about right now, bro?
exactly. Start. Just start. Like that's I'm not gonna lie. The limiting belief of me is like I'm kind of held back or not. Yeah, I'm letting myself be held back with making some sort of uh Instagram posts, making reels, and building up my personal brand. If I
Real, I
just
mean, what?
start,
Oh, yeah, sure.
if I just start, because I've had like a spontaneous thing where I posted on my story and then like, if I didn't think, oh well. But if I leave myself room to think, then I'm not working enough. Then I'm not acting enough.
So true.
It's that wiggle room. You shouldn't be. You should just be
Don't
treading
think.
on.
Get an intuition, execute.
Yeah, just
Simple.
do. Execute.
Bro, that's
Execute.
literally I actually want to make a
I made a
video.
40-minute video on execution of how I wasn't.
I think I've made a couple of videos. Or I've wanted to make this video. I think I've recorded this video like 3 or 4 times called Trust Your Intuition. But it is literally
Mm-hmm.
like it is almost like I mean, and this has literally been a part of my life so heavily, and it makes sense, especially now that I know I'm a master number 11, which is like, oh yeah, when you're not trusting your intuition, you're playing yourself, Jay. Like when I try to think, that's where I start fucking up. Sometimes, most of
That's
the
so
time.
true.
And so it's like,
Obviously, there's precision with things
yeah,
because
right,
you're pivoting, you're changing offers, you're changing uh how you word certain stuff or who your target avatar is.
right,
That's cool enough. But you're constantly executing.
exactly. I'm on it. I
So
get it. I'm like, shit, bet, let's go, let's move, let's do it. And like that's how you have to be, especially actually that's like learning about there's also something so in numerology there's called I think I talked to you about this, but so there's like the year cycle and then there's the personal life cycle. I mean the personal year cycle. So I'm in a
yeah, I think
personal
we
year
dabbled
5
talking
right
about
now.
that.
And year 5 is about flexibility, it's about adaptability, it's about change, right? And I've literally been
You're
fucking
testing, 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 testing.
this has been my entire year. Constant
You look
pivots,
like
constant
AI right
pivots.
now, man. You look like the Ultron, but like Iron Man software, and it's just like,
That's great.
yeah, that's you. That's you.
For real though. It's just constant. It's constant change. And it also has to do with travel too, which is like, oh well, yeah. Yeah, I mean, the travel arc is starting this year, baby. You know what I mean, bro? It's
Not too long from now. The big G's finna be in Cambodia,
Yo, me and Aaron going to Colombia in October.
Colombia. When? Oh, what part
October
actually? I
7th.
researched.
I don't know. I gotta ask her where she
October
wants to go.
7th.
I haven't asked.
Bro, that
But yeah,
looks
that's the day we locked in. Bro, actually, let me tell you this, dude. So Chiron was telling me, right? He was like, "Yo, Jay, you are like a dreamer, right? And the thing is, every single one of your dreams could be actualized because you have that power. All you need to do is put a deadline to it." And as soon as he said that, I was like, "What
that
the
is
fuck?"
profound.
That is literally what has been happening, and the only reason I've made progress in the last 2 months.
You put deadlines with everything.
Constant
You've
deadlines.
like broken it down. Like literally the checkpoints. Running the race. Why is it? Because it's so close that you can see it in vision and you can steer it so. Holy crap.
So yeah, I put a deadline on I'm doing a podcast with Robert December 30th, 2024. 21st birthday, this podcast with Robert, you know what I mean? That's the deadline.
Business plans. Business
Yes,
partner.
sir.
It is
I
what it
what's it
is.
called? I saw his so his next trip, I probably won't be able to afford that, but hey, we're gonna try. I'm pretty sure, but it's to Peru. I forgot exactly when it is. I think it's next year in April, I think. But it's like a $2,500 deposit, 13,000 for the whole trip, and I think it's like a 10-day trip or something in Peru with Robert and ancient sites and shit like that. Bunch of people going there. I'm like, dude, honestly, like the first trip I go on with Robert, that shit is going to be so like transcending for me.
You get
It's gonna be
in
so crazy.
person with a mentor. Bro.
And there's gonna be so many like other
Truth
like
seeker.
spiritually evolved people. You know what I mean? Around me just I'm gonna be learning from all of them too. It's gonna be so fucking sick, dude. Dude, it's insane.
Insane.
Yeah, bro. You know what's interesting actually, when I was talking to Chiron as well, he was telling me about how like my spirituality needs to be at like the foundation of everything. And as soon as he said that, I was like, oh, that's exactly why I didn't feel resonant with small YouTuber monetization. Because there wasn't the spiritual component in there. And I didn't feel right with it. And now that I'm in on like spiritual
Dang.
entrepreneurs with Aaron, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like these are my people. What? I'm in the recording looms for them individually and shit. It's lit, bro. I just want to give value to the people. And it's like, oh yeah, this is where it's at. Like I have to be in on my spirituality. It's non-negotiable. Because that's just who I am. I mean,
No.
spiritual thought leader, right?
What did I say?
Ma, I'm busy right now. You didn't say nothing.
A note out there on the table.
It's not about pimps. Yeah, it's a alright. But yeah, bro, that
Sheesh.
was
Only 36 minutes in.
crazy.
Where you spat sauce so far.
No cap. Let me see what else I got in here to drop. Ooh, actually, yeah, let's talk about let me drop it out. The power of the breath. I like this one.
Ooh.
Our breath is directly linked to our life force. Not only the physical, but the spiritual. If we want to deepen our life force or spirituality, we must deepen our breath. Depth is the key. Depth of breath, depth of love, depth of wisdom, depth of presence, depth of abundance. Breathe deeper, feel deeper, live deeper.
One thing I talked about is like wavelength, about they're not experiencing low lows and high highs.
Right.
Like, think about it. Wavelength. This is the normal person, risk averse, nothing, just
Shallow.
normal stuff, right? Low lows and high highs. So, by definition, as I say, they're doing this, bruv. They're not experiencing life to the fullest. They're just not experiencing, they're experiencing less because they don't want the lows. And they don't want the highs either. By definition, look
They
at their
can't.
actions. They don't want their highs. They put
Can
their
only get to
dreams
the
to the
highs with the
side.
lows. It's like
They choose their sleep over the goal. They choose the food over the goal. They choose all of this over the goal. They choose
Comfort over progress.
yeah, literally the comfort of relying on government, relying on what they know and whatever, and not challenging, why do I think this way? Why am I
Right.
who I am? Why do I do what I do? No one critically thinks. It's sad.
98% of the
That's
world are
why
drifters.
95% of the people don't hit their goals. It's not a mistake. 1 out of 19 people, 1 out of 20, that's who you have to be. I need to set more
Yeah, bro.
deadlines.
Dude, deadlines
Because
are
like I have
actually
like,
the best thing in the world.
okay, how do you feel about with some of this stuff though? Like I'm not trying to
What's
like
that?
challenge like your confidence with this stuff, but
Yeah.
me personally, I'm like, well, there's that feeling of just like that tension within you, which
What?
perhaps is the resistance of
For,
my old self in general.
where's the tension at?
Like talking about referring to a deadline on a goal that is pretty big. But
If you don't hit it,
I
you
know
don't
it's
hit it.
the thing is true. I know it's possible, but like with your stuff, I mean, you're pretty confident with everything. You have that conviction.
Bro, I have the conviction, dog. But I'm also in this mindset if I don't hit it, I don't hit it. I'm not tripping about it, bro. Like I think that's the difference between me and most people. Yeah, I have big ass goals, but I'm not tripping if I fall short because I knew I swung bigger
Got
than
to do
most
what you
people.
got to do every single day.
My falling short is still 10 times better than everyone else's try.
Oh yeah, it makes room for its failure acquisition, failure
Literally,
acquisition,
failure
pain
stacking is skill
acquisition,
stacking.
progress acquisition. All of these words are the same.
Literally,
Insane.
bro.
No, insane and delayed gratification. Pushing every single day, doing the same actions without any seeming result. We insane out here, man.
Nothing
That's what it
happens,
takes.
and then everything happens.
Obsession.
I was actually I was thinking about this yesterday. You do everything. I mean, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Absolutely.
And I was thinking about it like in terms of my little brother, because like he plays video games. And he wants to like he's a musician. He plays trumpet, and he wants to learn all
Right.
the instruments. And
Oh, dang.
I was thinking, right? And I was like, me and his name is Amari, call him Amari, but
Mm-hmm.
me and Mari are like so alike, right? Like he reflects so much of my younger self. Um, and I see like in him like my not knowing of like how important what you put your like mental bandwidth towards. You know what I mean?
Oof. Yeah.
And especially I really got to have this combo with him, but it was about like it started with like the importance of chores, which is something I only learned like 4 months ago, if that. But it was like, bro, like chores are actually amazing because they give you the
The
practice and the reps
responsibility.
in doing the things that you don't want to do. Life's
Mm-hmm.
going to hand you shit you don't want to do, and you're going to have to do it anyway. Get over it.
Absolutely.
Like that's the point. You know what I mean? It's literally building
Oh
those
my,
reps.
bro, literally, that's like my mindset in January of 2023. I keep on, because this is my reference point. This was the best time of my life. This is the first time in my life where I actually got schoolwork done before I did bullcrap, where I was on top of stuff.
Mm.
My fundamental belief on, well, this doesn't serve me, because what I did was, as a procrastinator, I would just think of it as like, what's the point of it anyways? Why would I try? Why would I just put effort in for something that isn't worth it at all?
Right.
But what changed was overall my discipline and motivation. And because basically I see school as a chore now that I think about it. It is a chore. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we can go into that. You know what I mean.
We
But
could.
the fundamental belief that it wasn't serving me didn't change, but how I responded towards it.
Yeah,
Instead,
exactly.
I was just, let me get this out of the way so I don't have to like it was like freeing up my bandwidth for more important things. So I just like
Exactly.
boom out the way, and I prioritized, and I started it right then and there. I didn't think. I just started doing.
It's
So
key, bro. And yeah, so like like a lot of the times, right? Like Mari like has to have someone tell him to do it. Or he has ADHD too, so like he forgets a lot of the time as well, which
is
is
it
fair.
real? Matrix
I mean,
label,
it's been since he was 4, so you know, probably. Um, uh,
but it can
but
change.
oh yeah, of course. And I could
Labels can
he
be
could definitely
removed.
put the work in. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I yeah, like it's like there's no like care in the world for it because he doesn't know why it matters. You know what I mean? It's like, well,
Mm-hmm.
of course, if you don't
Exactly.
understand why something matters, why the fuck would you do it? And so I'm like, I need to show Mari that like the way he acts about like the things he has to do are going to
It's the
be
way you're gonna
completely
act about
aligned
the
with the way
important
he
stuff.
exactly. And it's like, Mari, if you
Yeah.
want to be a
It's
musician, you
unfortunate.
want to be a killer, there's gonna be times
You
you
have
don't
to.
want to do shit. You have to do it anyway. That's the point, right? And
It's
like
all
I
coming
really
up.
learned that, like honestly, coming here. So like last year when I was at college, like I didn't have anyone cleaning my room for me. I didn't have my grandmother washing my clothes for me. I didn't have anyone feeding me. So I wanted to do something, I had to do it myself. And that's what the real world teaches you.
This is another thing for allowing that wiggle room. It's that speed of execution. Understand this, ladies, and you better be watching. Better. I didn't come on this call for nothing. Anyways, delayed obedience is disobedience. How you doing? Like literally stuff we don't want to do. You know how pissed off I get working nowadays in that hot sun, and like not to be gossipy, but like work peers are not like, yes, and there's like stuff in the Bible talking about like you shouldn't be strictly just bam, bam, bam. But it's like looking around, you ever just think, why are you just being so slow with things? Not slow with things, but like it's like you have no
There's no care for the
conviction
work.
with your time. Like, why are you just acting this way? And it's an interesting thing. And then I have to watch myself because obviously got to be from a place of love and not judgment.
Yeah.
But I just don't want to live that way at all.
And you
I
won't.
want to get, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Hmm.
That's man.
Maybe I
That's
should
like
have a place for this.
the people just it's actually like this is something like people Robert has said a lot. He's like once people understand that math is the language of God, they start getting a lot more interested in it. It's because there's meaning behind the math now, right? No one liked math in school except me because I'm a nerd. But like when you have the meaning behind it, that's when you can start, oh, okay, that makes sense. And it's like we need to have a like a why. The man who has a why, it doesn't matter the how. You know what I mean? There's no
Yeah.
how that can stop the man who has a why, or there's no what that can stop the man who has a why rather. And so it's like if you know your reason, there's nothing
Man
that's
with
gonna get in your way.
the man with a strong enough why can bear anyhow. Yeah, that's like the saying.
That's how it goes. But yeah, it's like you have to figure out what your how is. I mean your why. And you have to constantly like realign to that why. You have to like how do I like to
Out
say
of
this? Meditate
sight,
on your
out
goals.
of mind.
Bring it
That's
back to the
why
mind.
the meditation, the special audio, which I can talk about now. Basically, people, you talk to yourself, you go over, like, say, I am full of abundance. I'm a hard work. That's something I'm using. I'm a hard worker. No one works harder than you. All of this stuff is programming your psychological being. And even like in these couple of days, this morning I woke up later. I didn't listen to my self audio. Also, like I was off schedule, kind of off schedule with things. There was stuff like, nah, I was screw it, bro. Accountability. I was off schedule. I could have done better. And if I would have just played that self audio and did my prayer and push ups as I do, I wouldn't have come back in that bed. And also, like stuff like these notes and such. Like the old one, the congruence one. Every day you prove who you say you are. That's on my mirror.
Congruence is too elite, bro. That one's too elite. Bro, having those messages, like, that's why I started putting my messages on my notebooks, bro. It's like,
Or
these things
like
are
on your
key, bro.
phone. Depth,
Yeah.
depth, depth. All of this. Out of sight, out of mind. Insight, in mind. If it's in mind, you're going to act accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Every single time I didn't have my stuff where it needed to be, I didn't act accordingly. You're just going to be literally, it's just precision. It's turning the sails instead of drifting. That's what I made the last night's video about. Use your environment to cater towards your goals. What? Like no one thinks about these things. And also habits have cues. When you do a habit
They
for long
do.
enough, that environment where the habit takes place, that environment comes the cue itself.
Right.
I've watched explicit stuff at this very desk before. I got rid of my old monitors because it was a familiarity thing.
Yeah, it's too
Change your
familiar.
environment and create a new habit. All of this. It's important. So
It
important.
is, bro.
And people just
Real,
they
like-
don't you can be precise and take control with stuff. It's not about like maybe it's not necessarily control, but well, it is because you're either just wandering with it or you're using it. It's a resource. Everything's a resource. Need a statement
Everything
about
is a resource.
Exactly.
That's good.
Got me thinking too.
That's
Got me
good.
thinking too.
That's exactly aligned with like use the darkness. It's like use what you got, bro. Use the fuel you have, bro. Use it. The alchemist, right? Turn the pain into purpose. Use it. Yeah, that's what today's video is called, or today's spiritual oh no, that's today's spirituality video is actually 10 minutes of me getting mind fucked by my numerology. Which I recorded this morning after I was reading the book.
That's funny. That's funny.
But tomorrow's is gonna be turn your pain into purpose.
That's
I'm
a
gonna talk
beautiful
about that.
title.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful title.
I think I want to have like the thumbnail text be an alchemist. That's probably what it's gonna be.
Or maybe experiment. Lead in gold, maybe. Cook something up, maybe. Not really. Because like your
Nah,
thumbnail
I like
needs
being
to be
alchemist.
simple, bro. Yeah.
I was thinking about keeping it in the title. I'm not sure. I might.
Mhm.
I was like, it's either gonna be turn your pain into turn your pain into purpose, be an alchemist. That's the title, or turn your pain into purpose, and then the thumbnail text is be an alchemist. Because I want both of them. I definitely want both of them.
Yeah. I think be an alchemist is a good thumbnail.
Yeah, I like it. I think so too. Yeah.
It's like your
The
ones
yellow
where
text.
you
Yeah,
have a
definitely.
problem.
I gotta re-record my VSL, bro. That shit is way too fucking long.
Bro, this is the third time you've mentioned it. You sound like me. You're slacking.
No. That one was the one I already re-recorded it. I gotta re-record a new one now because that one was too long, and because I have a new offer.
True. Pivoting. It's like what's that game where like you have to align
Actually, I have to make
stuff?
two because I have to do a DRC one too. I actually made DRC like a low ticket thing. It's gonna be 97 now, and so it's just gonna be like it's like a one to many. But I'm not gonna promo it. But if you find it, hey, cool. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna
And if
promo
like I'll
DRC?
tell my people about it in like spiritual entrepreneurs too. But nah, I'm promoting the high ticket stuff. I'm promoting. I'll help you make your first 1K online.
I think naturally because people can still book free calls with you.
Yeah.
Right. That'll be a natural. Well, I do
Yeah.
have DRC.
Exactly.
Plus, we got Tristan about to give you some crazy testimonials.
Bro, Tristan's cooking, bro. I'm hyped to see where he'll be in a month. Okay.
Insane value.
Yeah, it was dope. Me and Tristan were on a call yesterday. Tristan's in the boxing. I'm like, yo, Tristan, when I get up there, we gonna have to train, bro. That's gonna be lit. He was like, yo, say no more. I got 8 pairs of gloves at the crib. I'm like, say no more.
I'll be over there.
Say less. Say less. Pull up. And he was like, yo, if you ever, you know what I mean?
Gonna get visual references from
you need a
couch
couch to crash
experience.
for a night or two. I got you. I was like, real one, bro. That's hard, bro. It's crazy. I already got people in New York. Crazy.
You know what I just thought of? Eventually, there's going to be an Actualizers episode where both me and you are walking outside.
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
That's insane.
Definitely. Definitely.
Not to mention, you and Aaron get to like can both like make videos or like experiment being cameramen.
Exactly. Ugh. Bro, it's gonna be. Oh shit. I don't know, bro. Aaron's supposed to be on this call actually. But I guess
Bruh.
it's actually good that she wasn't because we were supposed to talk business.
Oh, episode 6 has been fire.
No
This has
cap,
been a
bro.
good
No
one.
cap.
You need to talk about this one. Talk about it in your videos. Episode
I
6
got
has
you.
been the best episode yet.
This thing has been goaded. No cap. Sheesh! He went off. Oh wait. Oh,
20.
there you go.
You have
I was just
7 minutes.
I was
7
just at
minutes.
894.
Wow. I need to write this down. One thing could speak better. Like I rated my video last night. I think it's a good practice. Review so that you can make progress. There's people who have been on this earth longer than you, but they speak worse than you. Why? No reviewing.
That's true. Um,
I'm gonna have to build my own timeline. That's literally like reality transurfing. You choose what you get.
I mean that's you deserve the consequences. Like you deserve the life that you have. Simple. Simple. You
Everyone
deserve
is
to be
where
where
they
you are
deserve
right
to
now.
be. Absolutely.
And if you don't think that you do, you're coping. Go put in some fucking work.
Literally.
Like
And people
simple.
can argue people argue about like God and prayer and stuff.
How
You
so?
know, like that verse, if you had the faith just of the size of a mustard seed, you can tell that mountain to move from here to there.
Mm,
And then they
yeah, I've heard that.
removed in modern translations, like they removed like it isn't in my old Bible. They removed the verse, this this faith comes through prayer and fasting.
Mm.
Hate to be that guy, but the Western church, we ought to be like the most in shape people. Ought to be by definition, because we should be fat because the world needs it more than ever. The world needs
Oh,
prayer more than
definitely.
ever. All of this. But like a lot of churches just go out to church on Sunday, go to like a Mexican place for lunch, and then come back at night, maybe more food. There's
I've
really
actually yeah,
there's no
I've
fasting.
been thinking about fasting on Sundays, bro. Like fasting the
Oh,
whole
a
day.
full fast.
I've been thinking about starting doing that. Like
I
dabbling with
want to
that.
get big. I want to gain weight.
I mean,
My physique is trash.
you're not gonna lose. Like you only start losing weight for real after 36 hours. That's when it really starts hitting you.
Caloric intake though, like I notice, even those, especially those days I
That's
work,
fair
if I'm
too.
not
Yeah, I
eating
feel you.
enough,
It's
weight
tough to put
drop.
those to tough that it's tough to put in those calories if you're like especially if you're intermittent fasting. It's tough to squeeze in
Oh,
those
dude,
calories in
yeah.
that time.
That's why I have breakfast for those days I work, just to get also
Yeah,
carbs in the morning. Not ideal, but I
energy.
want glycogen. I want to be
I
burning
mean, hey, bro.
glycogen, bro.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
bro.
I got to do what
You
it
working.
takes.
It's not like you're out there doing mental work,
Yeah,
you know
like
what I
I
mean?
burn like 1,000 calories on those days. So,
Yeah, I bet.
like, prob
For real,
yeah, it's
bro.
safe to say that
You need that. No cap.
250 is like walking alone, bro. Me and my arms.
Sheesh.
Uh-uh. Got like 30K steps.
Yo, I'm so hyped about spiritual entrepreneurs, dude.
Crafting that work. At work.
Let's go.
What deadlines do Aaron have? Does Aaron
Do I
have
gotta?
other than Colombia?
I don't think she has anymore. I don't know.
She needs more. We both.
She definitely does. She definitely does. More deadlines. Nah, for real. No cap. I should actually I'm setting my goal. I'm getting my first high ticket client by the end of the month.
You're buying a
Yeah.
new whiteboard by the end of the month
Oh
with some of
shit.
that money.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that actually. I am gonna do
Right
that.
on the
I want that new
whiteboard.
entrepreneur.
That's so
Yo,
funny.
I was
Right
about
on
to
the
say, actually,
whiteboard.
let me do
I'm
that.
gonna
Let me
get a
actually
new
do that.
whiteboard. That's actually
New
hilarious.
whiteboard.
That's so funny.
July 31st is actually my mom's birthday.
Oh wow. That's good. You know, I could have used my whiteboard right here, but the black foam, especially when it's, I think I'm gonna have like the blinds down when I'm working, and like the way the black fades, so that it's just my screen. It just helps. Like it's just like true lock in. You shouldn't have like stuff everywhere and like your rapper art or whatever, unless it's like a good Kanye post. Like I saw one dude, he had like a giant canvas banner, and it was a Twitter post from Kanye, and he was like, I need a room full of mirrors to
Ooh.
be surrounded by winners or something like that.
That's fire. What?
That's that's insane.
Sheesh. Oh my gosh. Damn, that's goated. It's actually interesting you talk about that. That brings up ego to me. Let me actually tell you this. So us
Yeah,
master number 11s, we incarnate into this life, or us master numbers in general, right? 11, 22, 33. We incarnate into this life with big egos. And it is the goal to break those egos down and to integrate them so we can actually start actualizing them. And as soon as I saw that, and I was
break
like,
them down and
wow,
integrate them.
because I had a fucking huge ego as a kid. Respectfully so. I always knew I was him. You know what I mean? But as I've been, especially over the last 5 years, I've really been like diluting and integrating my ego, and especially over the last few months. And I see that like my ability to like step out of ego, right? Step into the heart, um, is like my power, right? That's where like my potency comes from. The more I step out of the ego, the more I integrate the ego, the more I use what the ego has for me instead of letting the ego use me, the
Right.
more I do, the better I can be. Right. And so like the ego is amazing. Yo, you should have an ego. It's not like kill the ego. You want the ego.
That's also like
You just need to integrate
that
it.
that conversation. A weak man isn't a dangerous man.
Like you
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 know,
you have a shadow. You need it. You
you need
need
to
to
be
integrate the
capable.
shadow. Exactly. Exactly.
Weakness isn't good necessarily.
Weakness isn't good. What do you mean necessarily?
No, well, yeah, obviously, but there's that conversation of like, well, if he's dangerous, that's bad. No. If he's weak, that's good. No.
Right. Yeah.
Because he's not capable of violence, that makes him naturally good. No.
No.
A man who is dangerous and controls this, that's a good man.
That is the greatest man there can be. A man with a spine
Exactly. That is
and a
the
bigger heart.
best.
Big
Absolutely.
spine, bigger heart.
Because that's part of the control.
Yep. Yeah, I was listening to one of the podcasts by Aaron yesterday, and he was talking about Jesus, right? And they were talking about
Oh,
Aaron, I mean Jesus's like journey, like in the missing 18 years when he was like traveling through Asia and shit. And Aaron was like, all these stories about Jesus completely aligned to what the gospel said. This guy Jesus would come in and he would learn from these people, and then he would be condemning them on their practices, right? So very compassionate,
yeah.
super big heart, but also big huevos. Those are Aaron's words, and I was like, so great because Jesus's balls were pretty big, and like that's what you have to be: big balls, bigger heart. Simple.
Man maxing.
I love that.
We need to make that something.
Yo, no
Maxim.
cap. Big balls,
Bigger
bigger heart.
balls. More merch. That's what we need.
That's
Jaden's
too
first
elite,
merch
bro.
drop.
That's too
Bigger.
elite. I'm not gonna lie. That's too elite.
That's actually.
For my ladies, bigger ovaries, bigger heart. Oh man, that's goated. That's goated. Man.
Imagine like some merch. Be more Christ-like. Bigger balls. Bigger heart.
It's great. Yo, that is elite, bro. That is elite.
I
Oh my
need that merch.
No cap. Yo, I gotta get on that.
Or just have that as like a Jesus Twitter post.
Nah, no cap.
That'd be.
That's good. All right, let's see what we got, baby.
Dang.
Fuck.
I think you should promo this episode. Actually, I'm going to promo this episode.
But I'm gonna
It's a
drop
good
it on. I'll drop
episode.
it in Spiritual Entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Wait, when does it drop for the normal people? The normies.
I'm
the
gonna just drop it
gophers.
today. I'm gonna just drop it today, cause it's Saturday
Yeah, I think you
and we
should.
haven't had an episode, and I forgot we haven't had an episode in a week. I mean, a minute. So yeah, I'm gonna drop it today.
Promo that. We need 100 views on that.
Things you say. Oh damn, we gotta cook up a title though. What's the title?
Say less. Bigger
Turn your
ball.
paint. Be more Christ-like. Big balls, bigger heart. I'm down. Honestly,
Or like have it very like that cheesy two future millionaires talk about or like there's all kinds of avenues.
I'm thinking something with the progress. Something about the progress, like the pain in the progress or the alchemy. I think that would be good to hit. How about like
Maybe for the thumbnail, because you have like the text, the
yeah.
actualizers, and then EP6. Maybe you started off by let me get the character counter. I'm gonna cook, but like the
Yeah.
actualizers talk about how pain is like we covered a lot. All of our vaults.
I think
Maybe
you saw, like,
wavelength,
the actualizers,
maybe maybe the actualizers talk about how to experience life.
I'm thinking
like
the alchem
wavelengths.
maybe ooh, actually wait. The actualizers become alchemists. And in the title we could say turn pain into purpose. Or turn
Pain into
progress.
purpose.
Or turn pain into progress or whatever.
Right.
I think it's like turn.
Have you made the playlist for all the episodes?
Yeah. It's on it's goes. Haha. Yeah, bro, I'm lit, dude. I just got a DM from somebody in Adana school. He was like, "Yo, Jaden, just read your post about making $1,000 to rejoin Adana school, so I checked your channel out. 10 days ago, you wrote a community post on YouTube saying thank you for 700 subs. You are now at 900, 200 subs in 10 days. So big congrats, bro. I've been popping.
Crazy.
I've literally doubled my subs in the last 3 weeks. I was at 396, I was at 396 on the last day of June.
Literally. Almost in around 2 weeks. Almost.
Yeah, I actually did double them in 2 weeks, actually.
Theoretically,
I'm about to steal your shit, Jake. Value, authenticity, volume. So I'm telling this guy. All
Hey,
you need, baby.
I think we should, for the people
Yeah,
who
let's send
are
it
like,
off here, bro.
yeah, this is dead space.
Nah, no cap. I'm
We're
edit
checking
this out.
titles and such. Yeah.
All right, gang.
Thank you for watching,
Let's call
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
Go check out Jake's
Maybe.
channel.
Oh,
It's in the description.
CTA. You do your sentence.
Oh
and
yeah, I do
I'll
got to
use
do my
other sentence.
CTA. I bet. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur who wants to make your first $1,000 online through YouTube as a coach, I want to help you do that. I want to help you do that in 30 days, or I'll work you for free until you do. Go check that out. Second link description.
My name's Jake Bowden. I encourage other human beings to suffer well for the sake of the people that they care about and make cool stuff. Go check me out.
Third link. Go check out Jake. And also join up free spiritual entrepreneurs, free community. Top link description. I want to see y'all there. Pop out. If y'all want to read our posts, they'll be in there first. I mean,
Y'all both know we artists. You both know we're writers.
we're
So,
philosophers,
what are
bro.
you
So
doing?
like, come get the philosophy. Come on.
Real philosophers. Depth.
All right, brother. Deuces. Girl, you're blowing my mind.